Tonight's the night for football, everybody. The bright lights are on, the stage is set, and the crowd is ready. It's Monday Night Primetime on EA Sports. Straight ahead with a nationwide audience tuning in, it's a Monday Night Primetime showdown between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Denver Broncos.
Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
We're all set to go amidst the high-altitude snow here in Denver. And Monday Night Primetime is underway. Starting from the 5. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Straight to the air they go. Completed over the middle. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 34-yard line.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Off the play fake. He'll throw. This is cut downfield by Rice. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. He just gets down inside the 35-yard line. That one nabs him 33 yards and a new set of downs, too. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. First carry here for Ashton Genty. And tough to run it just how he wants to amidst these elements. Defense on and behind that line of scrimmage. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
They'll send him over right. Throwing it on 2nd down. On target to Thornton. They're going to give him the 24-yard line. He's stopped a step short of that 1st down marker.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. That's complete. Here's Thornton. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Can't connect on the throw to his running back. That's an incomplete pass. Takes him to 2nd down. So his first blemish, Brock, after that perfect 4-for-4 start. And wouldn't expect one incompletion, though, to stop him from leaning on him this opening drive.
No, I don't think so. And I think more than anything, you see the defense kind of ball can hit the ground on this side.
Wheeled in by there. And this one does not go far.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight ends short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Play number 8 of this drive, and it's 8 that they need here on 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. That one's incomplete in the end zone. Okay, already a big decision to make on your opening drive, Brock. Is this 4-down territory, or do you take the field goal and be happy to start off with some points?
Well, remember, Kate, I think we're going to see this all year long. This new kickoff rule is real. You know, that ball now coming out to the 35-yard line, it affects the data and the decision-making. You're going to see more and more teams be aggressive, and I would be. I think we're all a little bit curious. Maybe a little extra eye watching these kickers in warm-ups. Well, he delivered that snow. No problem for him.
He fields it from the 8. Things going well so far. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. New set of downs for him from the 31. Nick starting with a pass. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Again on 2nd and 10, Nix. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And they're going to get to him right along that midfield stripe, Brock, as he's sent out. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, then go to work after it.
And he charges ahead, but snow and defenders stop him. Looked like he picked up a couple. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7.
Off the play fake. Here's Nix. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Puka Nacua the target on that throw. And it's 3rd down. You know, not surprising that his reputation preceded him here, Brock. They got double coverage on him to try and slow him down.
Yeah, that's what you get. When you're this good and you're this talented, you're going to get the attention, especially early in the game. Now, what kind of adjustments can he make offensively?
Got a man, that's Nacua. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. So it's 2nd down coming up.
That's a pretty cool look right there of the kind of coverage you're going to see when you play man-to-man. On that down and distance, you've got to be sharp on the outside. That DB certainly was.
Ball still on that 29-yard line as they come up to it. 2nd and 10. Once more, it's Nix. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
This is going to be play number 8 of this drive as they set up for 3rd and 5. They'll throw again. Nix. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And that leaves them with 4th and 5.
Carlson on for the field goal. A 40-yard attempt.
Carlson's kick is good. And we're all tied up now in the first half.
A dependable kicker, man, that is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense is set. 1st and 10. First play is going to be a give to Genty. Powering his way forward a bit. Give him about 6 there to begin this drive.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. Looking in the air here. It's a screen play to Genty. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. That one gains 7. And that's a Vegas first down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Raiders are going to have a first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Genty from the gun. And he charges ahead, but Snow and defenders stop him. Look like he picked up a couple. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
Those windows over the middle, the congestion, just the mass of people, if you're not on time and on target, you're not going to find a completion, especially on that down and distance.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. Running back motions right. Throw here, 3rd down. Has a man on target to Thornton. He does it, touchdown! The Raiders break the tie here in the first. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Here's a return from the 7. Finds some space. He's past the 30. Coverage team tracking him down as he reaches the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Nix. Short pass brought in. Rolling into enemy territory. Still fighting forward. And he gets it in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos make it a 1-point game. I think we actually saw him call it early there, Brock. He made that throw, and then he signaled it was going to be a touchdown. Like a guy calling it before his three-pointer goes through the net.
Oh, you mean like Larry Legend Bird in the three-point shooting contest in the 80s?
Well, maybe like a Tyrese Maxey, but whatever.
The kids aren't alive, I get it. And they weren't alive in the 80s. They didn't see Larry Legend do it, but he did. And he anticipated, just like the quarterback.
And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35. Good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. Shotgun give here to Genty. And he charges through the snow for a gain of 4. Give him 5 on that carry. Bring it up 2nd and 5.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. But that's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
This is Genty on 2nd. And he'll fly ahead for a few. It's 3rd down.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Back to Genty. And ooh, this one does not have a chance. They were ready for that one, and the effort brings up 4th down.
Well, that's just about textbook defense and how to shut down an RPO. The coverage was tight, the numbers were up, and then the bodies were there to stuff that run before it could get going.
Now the Raiders readying for the punt, and they'll turn to former All-Pro A.J. Cole for the kick. He punted 4 times last week in the win, and his first of this week is away. And the end of that return, Brock, also brings us to the end of our first quarter. So we've reached the end of one on the first day of the new year. It's 10-all on the scoreboard. We'll get you back to Denver in just a minute. We're back, and it is Broncos football as we resume. They'll take over here following that punt to end the first. Holding left side. And he's going to be stopped right around the 37. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
New set of downs from 37. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's going to get up to speed through that snow to break off a gain of 5. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
He misfired on that one. It's behind his man. Trying to find his tight end. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Now Nick's on 3rd down. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
At the 47-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Nick's now to throw. Dialing up a receiver screen. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
How's your block shedding out there, boys? Because they need to get through some blocks to hang that screen up quickly. And they were Johnny on the spot.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Nick's to throw again. He's got a screen to the running back. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
New set of downs from 37. Nick's with it on 1st. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Raiders take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. And just like that, a really good drive is taken away with an INT.
Sure was a lot of promise on that series, right? That's a small silver lining for them at the very least, but probably won't be much comfort now. And it's going to feel even worse when this quarterback watches the tape tomorrow.
That's caught in stride by Rice. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball. Across his body, defender's there. It's intercepted. Jonte Barron has it. And the Broncos take over as he reports his 10th career INT.
Their first pick of the game comes at an awfully big moment. Really just cancels out all the great work your defense did to give you that ball.
Throwing on 1st down, Nix. Connection made with the rookie from Boise State. Still has some space inside the 35. And he's taken down, but he's got it to the 29. How about a big hitter, 30, 40 yards there, and a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
On 1st and 10, here's Nix. Quick slant taken in by Nakua. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10. Blown back, it's the handoff. He'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender maybe a half step late. This could have been much, much more exciting.
Nix, quick out wide, complete. And he gets it in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos parlay the interception into points. So he finds his man in space, and then the wideout takes advantage. Nice finish there to take it in for 6.
Yeah, no question about it. We know points are always a premium in this league, and this really becomes a 3 to 4 point play. Right? When you don't have to settle for field goals, you could throw it underneath, and your receivers do that much damage in the open field and score a touchdown. That's big time.
Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Here's Carter on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Raiders just about ready for this one. It's 1st and 10. And off to Genty. And tough to run it just how he wants to amidst these elements. Defense on and behind that line of scrimmage. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point. They break the huddle. It's 2nd down now. He's going to throw it. Caught, nice gain left side. Hits the 20. And that is a touchdown. The Raiders can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead.
That's some good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid and let him run.
Extra point up and good from Bass. And the Raiders make it 17 all.
17.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Here's R.J. Harvey on the return.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Broncos to the line now. It's 1st and 10. Dive play straight ahead. And he's going to manage about 3 there before the defense gets to him. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Back-to-back carries here. Well, that's not what the offense dialed up. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be 3rd down. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
On third down, here's Nix. Completed over the middle. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the fourth down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
And they bring him down to put a stop to that return. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive. He dodged the tackle, and he takes it down to the 33. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
That's just so good. I mean, that is teaching tape right there. It's what you want your guys to do. To not just catch it and fall down, but have a plan. Yes, you got to catch it first, but then have a plan to go attack. Be aggressive. Get those yards after catch. That is a job well done.
And the snow hampering their ground game here as he slowed up just a yard on that run. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
One thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Another give here to Genty. Ball's out. The ball's out. He lost it. And he's fortunate to cover it himself, but the clock's still running as we count down to halftime. Denver calls the second of its 3 timeouts. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Now we have a stoppage. No challenges inside of 2 minutes and a half, but the replay official wants to take another look at this on their own. So the nice defensive play, all for naught. He was down first, no fumble. Shotgun now on 3rd down. Oh, again, it looks like a pick, but they drop it. A chance to steal it away in the end zone. Just can't finish the play. Tyler Bass on now for the field goal try. This will be a 44-yard look. Bass's kick is good, and they've taken back the lead.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Returning it from the 4. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Nix from the gun. Hits him on the out route. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Broncos have to hurry here. Clock's still running. Out of the gun, it's Nix. He's got a man left. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. Now the Broncos take their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
Okay, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on the drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his number.
It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Jeremy Tinn has got it. And the Raiders take over as he records his 10th career INT.
Hey, we know in this league, takeaways are a big deal, but you get an interception and chunk yards with it. That is a gold star effort.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. They'll throw it here on 1st. So the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So with 2nd and 10 now. Ball still at that 39-yard line. They give up the guts. It's Genty. And he hits the lane for about 7. That's going to bring up 3rd down. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
The Broncos bringing out an extra DB on 3rd down. Back to throw. Brought in by his back here. It's Genty. And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out. And that play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed. Enough to keep this drive moving.
That'll be incomplete, and the clock shows 10 seconds left.
Well, it's hard for me to get too mad at him for missing a touchdown when he's already got 2 in his pocket. Maybe fantasy managers might not agree with me on this one, Kate. But don't worry, as hot as he is, I bet you a 3rd one's coming at some point.
Setting up the running back screen. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense. And they can try for some points going into the break. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. From 37 yards in the right hash. Oh, and that's not going to do it. He hooked it. The kick no good. Wide left. And they are unable to double their lead.
Even the best kickers on earth, they'll miss one every once in a while. And it stinks. I guarantee you he wants that one back. But all he can do now is push forward. Short memory. Best kickers always have. And convert the next time around.
And tough to run it just how he wants to amidst these elements. Defense on and behind that line of scrimmage. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Shotgun snap. They'll throw. Has him on the quick hitter. He gets loose down the right side. And he's out of bounds. But what a great play there, Brock. He's got him into field goal range. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that's good for Broncos first down.
Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 20.
Throwing here, Nix. He's got it again. This is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with 1st and goal.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things, separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
From the red zone now. That one connects. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
As quarterback, when you have an out-route versus man coverage, you're just hoping and just praying your offensive guy could turn the hips of that defender. And once you see that, you got to cut it loose and let it go, just as they did right there.
Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. They fake the handoff. Now Nix. Complete out to the right side. It's a Denver touchdown. The Broncos take the lead right away in half number 2. Carlson to tack on the extra point. Snowy weather, no problem for him on that point after. And the Broncos take a 4-point lead.
Set to kick off.
Carlson all set now for the kickoff. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Las Vegas offense is set. 1st and 10. Genty on the give. He's headed right. And the snow hampering their ground game here as he slowed up just a yard on that run. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Straight ahead with Genty. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Only a couple yards there, and now it's 3rd and 7.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
This has been a trend. Yet another interception. Jalen Smith has the INT. And the Broncos take over on his 5th interception of the season. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series. Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers. Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open. Nick's now to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And this defense going to try to hang on to that momentum, Brock, as they go for another stop on 3rd down. Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting? Complete beyond the marker. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward. As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate. But the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back and gets it and moves the sticks. Knicks now on 1st and 10. This one's going to hit the ground, incomplete. Looking for his running back there. He's going to send him back to the drawing board now for 2nd down. That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan. Again on 2nd and 10, Knicks. And they're going to score. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. It's a Puka Nacua touchdown. One after from Carlson is up and good. And the Broncos drive their lead to 11.
Raiders 20.
Carlson all set now for the kickoff.
Carlson set to kick off.
He fields it from the 8. And this drive will start inside the 25. Well, after that play, training staff is headed out. That's one of their top guys who's shaken up. And they're going to need him back for the upcoming postseason. Raiders just about ready for this one. It's 1st and 10. Giving this to Genty. And tough running as the elements continue offering up a challenge, partner. He is only able to get back to the line there. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, they got to tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Completed to his running back. Good pickup, but he's denied that 1st down. The stop comes at the 32-yard line. And for somebody who's been picked off like he has, Brock, you gotta admire his determination to keep attacking these coverages. Yeah, that is risk. Right into double coverage yet again. But this guy's got what I call a high belief factor in himself. And he's out of bounds. Defenders get there to drive him out right near that 40-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down. That's really good instinct by the eyes up in the sky. The play caller seeing space on the perimeter, a well-timed screen, and a positive gain out of it. And tough running as the elements continue offering up a challenge partner. He is only able to get back to the line there. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
At the 43-yard line.
He'll work against the blitz. Good play on the football defensively. He knocks it away, and that's going to bring up 3rd down.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
They'll throw 3rd and long. Lasers this one deep down the middle. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect, and now they're stuck facing 4th down.
He's counting his lucky stars. That one isn't headed the other way right now. That is not the time to challenge double coverage.
And he sends it up amongst the flurries of snow. And he's brought down before the return gets far.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Nix. Just keeps connecting to Nakua. And he's going to get this one at the 36-yard line. It's 16 yards on that play. And it's going to be 1st down, Denver. And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want. And
Raiders closing in, there down he goes. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Okay, that was so good, really, on 2 levels there defensively. Number 1, with an athletic quarterback, you've got to keep him in the pocket. They did. And then more importantly, and in this case, you got to finish him. Job well done.
So after the sack, quite the situation they find themselves in. Here comes 2nd and 22. Here's Nix to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
Well, that is a well-designed route right there. He really made it easy to get that pass to him. Creating space, QB receiver, deliver.
On 3rd and 2, here's Nix. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And that's good for a Broncos 1st down.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
Dumps it off to his running back. Good defensive effort here, drives them back across midfield onto their own side.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that 1st down because you call a screen on 1st, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, that defense creates a negative play and sets them back.
Oh no, they get him yet again! And the Raiders are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Staying between the tackles with Mixon. And the snow hampering their ground game here as he slowed up just a yard on that run. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. And they just get the play off. Looking right, and he finds him. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. So that brings us to the end of 3 on New Year's Day. It's Raiders football, and they'll need to get to work. They're trailing here late. 3rd and 4 coming up now. Setting up to throw. Hits his running back. And he's able to get this down to the 36. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a first down.
That's good for a Las Vegas first down. First and 10 at the 36.
Mixon's going to get this off his own read. And he's going to manage about 3 there before the defense gets to him. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on second down.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
Trying to set up a screen for Mixon. And they're all over that screen, Brock. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Offense in the hurry up here. To the air on 3rd and long. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
That is just a nice stretch of some reps there defensively. Really one of the areas when you watch college game to the NFL game that there is a vast difference. And that's the tightness of coverage. These windows of opportunity are small, and they could not find a completion. His make there, they had to have that one. And it really does set up a judgment call down on the field. This is where special teams coach and head coach are talking about game management. Got 3 timeouts left, so you really can write either script you want. Onside kick or send it deep.
Harvey now to return it. Ooh, a big lick from the coverage team there. That is going to stop things before they can get it to the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
All right, Denver getting everybody set, so they've got 1st and 10. There's the fake. Here's Nix. That's incomplete left side. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Bronk. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
2nd down. Here's Nix again. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. But I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, there are going to be more interceptions.
On 3rd down, here's Nix. Completed over the middle. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And it's going to be 1st down, Denver.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Nix to throw again. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass.
That's a throw at this level. So much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. It'll be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
No luck on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll throw again. Nix. Pass is hauled in by the running back. And he's down inside the 40 before he's escorted out. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's good for a Broncos 1st down. So a fresh set of downs now from the 39. On 1st and 10, here's Nix. Looking underneath, and the back brings it in. And he's going to be stopped, but not before dealing some damage. He's down to the 12. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
Working inside the red zone. Has it to his back. Here's Josh Jacobs. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop it behind the line.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means third down coming up. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
So the refs get him for holding, and that's going to back this offense up. After the holding call, they're going to need even more now on third down. Here he goes, third and long. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete.
That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. It got a man open, it beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
Carlson's kick is good. And it's now a two-possession game as the lead grows to 11.
It doesn't take a math major, Kate, to realize how important that field goal was. It's now a two-score game really late and puts them in the driver's seat to go and finish this thing with the win.
This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Starting out trips right here. First and 10. They'll go play action. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So, shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
Back to the air they go on second down. This one found by a defender instead and knocked away. Back-to-back passes failing to connect, Brock. It's third down.
Playing zone coverage in the NFL, we focus so much on the safeties and corners, but so many times it's the linebackers that are the X factors. They make that zone defense go. Tremendous awareness to knock that ball away.
Has it downfield near the boundary. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Oh, brother, it's another interception. Jonte Barron has it. And the Broncos get it back after making their third first-half interception.
I don't know about you, but I'm a little surprised that one didn't make it all the way back for 6. Took some amazing effort from the guys making the tackle to save a touchdown, but still an outstanding return from a defense that sensed they needed the big play, and they found it.
Caught on the comeback route. He gets this down to the 13-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Hey, this is one of those situations where, Kate, even as a former QB, I really feel for these corners in this league. They got the hardest job in football, sticking the guys on these routes and on a comebacker in particular, where that receiver breaks it off. Man, that can be so difficult to defend. As I watch practices today, Kate, both college and professionally, one thing is abundantly clear. Teams spend so much more time in the red zone. They know it's the money zone, and defensively, if you can force incompletions and knock it away and leave teams for field goals, you got a great chance to win.
And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up.
Kate, I got to believe he hearkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
Once more, it's Nix. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos making a 3-score game in the fourth. So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock. Getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdown.
Yeah, it's such an advantage. And I think when you think about it, Kate, it really is about the 80s where we start to see these running backs not just tote the ball as runners. There'll be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game. That's well done.
Carlson all set now for the kickoff. His return starts at the 5. Escapes the defender. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. They'll begin with a run by Mixon. And the snow hampering their ground game here as he's slowed up just a yard on that run. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down. After that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. On the ground again with Mixon. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Air it out on 3rd. And they're going to down him by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs. Working quickly here.
And the Raider first down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
And they'll throw this instead, trying to catch him off guard. He throws a bullet deep to the right side.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. They're going to try and throw it here. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Pat Surtain has it. And the Broncos are going to take over after his 9th interception of the season.
I'll hear a lot of defensive coordinators say you've got to earn the right to rush the passer by doing work on the early downs. You know what this is, Kate? They've earned the right to be aggressive defensively with the work they did for 3.
Space on the right. He's got room. And he takes this one in for the Denver touchdown. The Broncos put up even more points in a win. Carlson now to add one more. Extra point is good in this wintry weather. And the Broncos grow their lead yet again.
Raiders 23. Daniel
Carlson all set now for the kickoff. That's going to be taken in at the 8. This makes it up to the 25.
Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense is set. 1st and 10. This is Genty. And he's going to manage about 3 there before the defense gets to him. Working fast as that clock ticks down.
At the 29-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Now looking to throw. Got a man. It's Mayer. And he's going to be touched down as he gets him enough to pick up the first down.
7-yard gain. And the Raider first down. A gain of 7.
They give left side to Genty. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield stripe. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Ooh, I like that call. I really like it with those sticks. You can keep them on the sidelines, and you get more than enough to get the first down.
And tough to run it just how he wants to amidst these elements. Defense on and behind that line of scrimmage.
Behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2. brings up second.
Trying to throw this from the gun.
At the 46-yard line.
Looking to his running back, incomplete. That play's going to bring up third down.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
They'll throw, third and long. Throwing left side, Bowers has it. And a nice gain here, but it's stopped short of the first. The dose of the hurry-up offense here.
It's fourth down.
Desperation time here. Throw is caught by the back. And they are sent off the field. They had to go for it. Defense knew it was coming. That's a turnover on downs.
Hey, I get it, it's already over, but go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for first and 10. Makes a cut to the right sideline. And he's stopped as he gets this one down to the 27-yard line. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
So it's a win for the Broncos.